Hey guys, good morning. Big updates on the context efficiency, context management for skills and tools. As you know, Anthropic gives you the option to defer tools, and then instead of showing tools in context constantly, you can just tell Claude to search tools by name, and then he gets them. That's why we have the hidden from context, and we can even hide stuff. For example, the show preview tool is already mentioned in the Valo prompt. No need for it to be appended every turn. The guard override as well, it's already mentioned in the Valo prompt. Nerve map mentioned in the Valo prompt. Reminders, the terminal. Valo search is also mentioned, but honestly, I would like to leave it here because I want Claude to use Valo search as much as possible. And let's go to skills now. Skills are behaving the same. Now you can hide skills, but Claude will still be able to invoke them by name. So it's up to you. For example, if you already know all of your skills by name, you don't need them here. You don't need to send them to Claude every turn because the name and the description is being sent, right? Now we have a new tooltip. This is hide everywhere. AI thinks sharper with a clear desk. It still works whenever you run it. Hiding only frees the context it would use every turn. Right click to hide only here, which means you right click and you can hide this skill only from this specific project, not everywhere, right? Because this is a global skill that shows up across all of your projects. But if you don't want it in some of your projects, you can hide it from project. But now you don't need them visible for Claude at all times, especially because some of the skills are already mentioned by name in the Valo prompt. So for example, chat cleanup. Let's view it for a second. It's actually named chat-cleanup, but Claude already knows about it. Dashes are kind of... should we rename the left panel with dashes? Dashes are kind of ugly, but Claude already knows from training that it needs to have a dash. So it's enough that you mention it by name and Claude can invoke it. We already tested it. It should be fine. Make your own skills exactly by name, then you can just hide them. They are going here, hidden from context. And let's see, context trim. Usually I invoke it myself. Claude doesn't really need to know about it, but he already knows about it from the Valo prompt and how to use it. Same with cross chat, we can hide it. The handoff skill, I invoke it manually and it's also mentioned in Valo prompt. The orchestrator is the same. Valo search, yeah, it's a tool. It's not even the skill here is just like a placeholder, to be honest. Then create Valo skill, delete Valo skill. Let's leave them for now here so that there will be no question on how to do it. Because sometimes Claude can create a slash command just from training, because that's how he used making skills. But to make a Valo skill, you actually need some instructions and some tools, just because of the way they are working in Valo with all of those extra features, hiding from context and being able to view them, you know, on the right side panel, being able to see the tools that they are using, all of that stuff. Desktop automation, I barely use. Hidden tools should stay here, of course. This is maybe, now that I think about it, we should probably also... Yes, we can also name all of the skills by name. Then, if Claude is not sure about something, he can use this skill, which will show him all of the tools and all of the skills by name. That way he can invoke whatever he needs. But the great thing is that this is not being sent every turn. He just reads it once, and then, you know, it's relying on memory. The only reason tools and skills are being sent every turn by default is just to make sure that Claude will not miss them and use them. By the way, the CLI skills are also working like that. That's why I hidden all of them from context. It's like 16 of them. So by default, when you are working with Claude, all of those skills, all of them are riding in context constantly together with the description. So now we can hide all of those skills, especially because I already know them by name. I can tell Claude, hey, invoke that, invoke this. Okay, let's see. Keyguard already mentioned, of course, Valo automation. I don't need it that much. Valo browser, it's already mentioned in the Valo prompt. We can hide it. Valo logs, I'll leave it here because I want Claude using it. Valo mail, let's leave it for now. Yeah, even blog, yeah, all of those. I literally tested that yesterday. It worked great, but then there was a hiccup with Anthropic. With the models, now we are back. Briefing mentioned by name as well. Build Valo, this is the old one. Build Valo on Windows, which we are actually going to use right now. Wait, no, we are going to release. Let's release Valo. Let's release Valo on Windows. And let's add a please so that Haiku will know that I want to do it and not just showing him something, because sometimes he's like, oh, thank you for showing me the skill. What would you like to do? You know, and stuff like that. Okay. Build Valo, deploy website, dev window. Yeah, looking good, looking good. Even all of that I can hide, but it's comfortable for me to have it here so I can still see what's active, what's needed. All of that stuff, look how much space I'm saving now. 30 skills, names and descriptions, and 16 skills, names and descriptions. By the way, we fixed the renderer. Now the renderer behaves great. No more jittering, no more flickering. I mean, sometimes, of course, you will see maybe some small bugs. You can just report them, and it will be great. Maybe on the when Claude asks you a question with the ask tool, but we are going to fix all of that. Wait. That's not. It feels like we did so much more. Let's maybe add. Let's load 4.6. Hey Claude, it feels like we did so much more. Codex avatar, it's like it's just such a small thing. No one really cares about it. Provider icons, yeah, no one cares about it. We improved the renderer, improved tools. We made sure that you can hide skills from context and they're still invokable. All of that stuff. Can you take a look? Can you take a better look? Yeah, I think those are all of the updates for now. What else? Oh, yes, Codex. Codex should work on Windows. The input field now works. By the way, if you're curious why it didn't work, it's because Claude thought that if Claude CLI is not connected, then make Valo not work. He was like, oh, Claude is not connected, then you don't need the input box. So, but it was probably some artifact from when we just started, when Valo was made just for Claude. Then we added Codex and we had to go back and also change stuff from the past. So now it works, and also you can send messages to Codex while he is doing stuff in between turns, and he will see it. Just like you can do with Claude in Valo only. Nice. Yes. Yes, this looks good, Claude. Codex, but Codex still doesn't stream live. The typewriter effect still doesn't work. So we will get to that later. But so yeah, we can remove that one. Let's see. By the way, the codebase index locks in. Is that something that Valo does by default now, or was it done only for me? Because what if someone doesn't even have a GitHub or GitLab? Wait, it doesn't matter, right? Because he should still have the Git going. But what if he doesn't, right? It's not necessary anymore. So I just wonder. Well, I guess as soon as he sets up Git, then it will just go there next time. That's how I imagine this. Let's just make sure that this is the case. Then we can release. Codex works without Cloud CLI. Yes, exactly. Multiple screenshots. This improved. I guess we can put the multiple screenshots in Codex into fixed because it should have just worked. Okay. Yeah, nice. Looks good. Apart from that, it all looks good. And we can just release. You don't need to show me the draft anymore. You can just release it. So when you index the project, I just hit a problem where I indexed it already, it was updated, and then after working some more and indexing again, it didn't start from 1792, it started way back. Turns out I had a problem where it wasn't being committed automatically because I never thought about it like this. So for some reason it got reverted, or anyway, it's not it's not important anymore. Now the nerve map and the index are being a part of your project and they are being committed automatically. So that because this is a part of your project, obviously, right? If you want to push your project on a different machine, you want your map here, you want your skills, your agents, your everything, and it's taken care of. It's in one spot, in one folder, and the stuff that you can commit without it being too heavy, it's being done. For example, the index and the nerve map. But the chats, by the way, also live in your project folder, but they are git ignored. Did the notification sound changed? Interesting. Hey Claude, can you please investigate what makes my notification sounds change sometimes? Looks like after a restart maybe, or after... not even after a restart, something else. Something else changes it. Maybe it's not sticking and reverting to the default. Can you please check? Probably we're just not saving the settings properly or something like this. I'm talking about the notifications in the settings, the notification that are playing a sound after a long reply. It was on ICQ yesterday or the day before for sure. Then today, suddenly it went back to the default sound for some reason. I never touched it. I already found it. Nice. Look how fast. That's how fast things are working with Valo Search. Usual the default tools, it would still search. It would what are you talking? It would be like, what are you talking about? Where? Oh, by the way, Claude, I forgot something. We completely skipped version number 33 and 34 in the changelog. We didn't post it to Discord. Can you please post the changelog of 33 and 34 before you post to Discord after all of that is ready? Oh wow, Congratulations, actually hit 600,000 lines. It's actually it's kind of weird though, because yesterday I was indexing and it was at 590,000. So, but I didn't write 10,000 lines of code since yesterday. I don't feel like I did. So, oh, wait, maybe because the index wasn't properly saved. Maybe that's why it was the line count wasn't even updated properly as well. Oh, okay, found the scrolling issue. It's not scrolling automatically right now. Hi Claude, please check the logs. This chat name was scrolling fine. Then, after a long thinking, the scrolling stopped scrolling automatically. Hopefully, you will be able to see the problem in Valo logs. We ripped out virtualization and we completely rewrote the renderer from scratch. It's now just 400 lines instead of 2000 lines and a bunch of messy stuff and a bunch of guards trying to pile on top of each other. But now we have all of the same partial problems from the past. So I hope we will not end at the same place. You know, let's just. How should we go about it? I guess we shouldn't jump into conclusions that fast. Maybe we should pile up all of the logs first and then look at all of them and try to find a solution that can fix a few of them at once instead of chasing everything one by one or something like this. Unless you see the problem clearly and you can just fix it and it's obvious and it's a standard practice. So let me know. Why it's a bug, not you. Oh, thank you, Cloud. I thought it's me. Nice. Oh, I need to go to. Yeah, why am I on auto approve? I should be on full trust. But I'm going to switch this later. After the turns are finished. I don't want to switch it mid-turn because it's resetting the session from what I can remember. Yeah, it does, yeah. Switching permission modes is going to flicker the app. Anthropic desktop application also works in the same fashion. Just worse. By the way, now you can also see like who are you working with? Is it Claude or is it Codex? You see the little Claude icon on the left? Okay, I think I can stop recording here because nothing else is happening. I already explained everything that you need to know about. Agents, by the way, I think they are not working in the same way. Yeah, agents are not invokable if they are hidden from the context. Yeah, the tooltip is not the same. I also hide. What is the Claude agent? What is this? Oh, they renamed the agent. Wait, what? This is the general purpose agent. Oh, they renamed it. General purpose is a general purpose agent for researching complex questions, and this Claude agent is catch all for any task that doesn't fit a more specific agent. Okay. I guess they are like, okay, Claude, you have Claude now. You can talk to Claude, you know? Yeah, we already have yeah, thanks. We already have all of that, and we actually the general purpose agent I'm going to leave here, and the plan mode, right? Designing implementation plans. Yeah, I'm going to leave them here, and all of my other agents also are here. Okay, I think that's it. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.